Hey, what's going on, Isaiah? I just wanted to give you a little more context on the physics problem we worked on before we finished our session in regards to the different speeds during the trip and trying to figure out the average speed. All right, so if we take a look here, basically we have this person going on the bicycle. In the first part of their trek, they finished they completed 1 kilometer and they went at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. And then on the second part of their trek, they went 1 kilometer and then went at a faster speed of 30 kilometers per hour. So initially, we were mistaken to think that we could just add the 10 kilometers an hour and the 30 kilometers per hour and just divide by 2 to get an average. That seems intuitive, but when we really thought about it after reading this example, it made sense why that wouldn't work. So essentially, on the first part of the trek, they're going slow, and on the second part of the trek, they're going fast. So now think of it like this. On the first part of the trek, on the first half, it's taking them longer to complete this 1 kilometer. On the second part of the trek, because they're going faster, it's taking them less time. So it doesn't make sense that we get an average time of basically right in the middle, which would be 20. It makes sense that it should be less because they're technically spending longer time here. So it's going to impact the average. So anyway, let me show you what you need to do. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how much time it took them to complete each part of the trek. So the first part of the trek, the slow part of the trek, what you're going to do is you're going to take the distance covered, which is 1 kilometer, and we're going to divide it by their speed. So their speed was 10 kilometers per hour. Now we're going to see, because this is a fraction and we're dividing by a fraction, it's basically going to be the reciprocal. And what's going to happen is the kilometers are going to cancel out. And we're going to be left with 1/10 of an hour for their slow time. So what that means is, in their slow part, it took them 1/10 of an hour to complete the 1 kilometer. All right, so now we're going to do the fast part. So right now, again, we're just calculating the times. So for the fast part, we're going to set it up the same way. So they still went 1 kilometer, but this time they went 30 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now, by that same logic, the kilometers are going to end up canceling out. And what we're going to have is, for the fast part, they went 1/30th. Let me write that a little bit neater. They went 1/30th of an hour. All right. Okay. Now, why is this important? Because these two together are the total time. Okay. Which is something important that we need for average speed. All right. So that's what we're trying to. Where did that come from? That's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out the average speed. So according to the formula that we found, the average speed, the formula for that is essentially total distance divided by total time. All right. So the total distance, that's easy. We went 1 kilometer the first half and another kilometer the second half. So that's going to be 2 kilometers. So 1 plus 1 is 2. The total time is going to be what we just found here. So it's going to be 1/10 of an hour plus 1/30th of an hour. Okay. Ignore that right there. All right. So the easiest thing for you might be to turn these into decimals. Or not. You can just, it's just calculator work at this point. So when you plug that into your calculator, 1/10 plus 1/30th ends up being 0.133. And this is going to be hours again, right? So all you're going to do, it's going to be 2 divided by 0.133. So when I plug that into a calculator, 2 divided by 0.133 is about 15.0304. About 15.04 kilometers per hour. And that's going to be our answer. So we can see that's not too close to what we predicted at first, which was the 20 kilometers an hour. So this is how you would do it. So hopefully this clears it up a little bit. Again, you want to think about what's the total time it took to do the first part of the trek and the second part of the trek. You're going to get those times together. That's your total time. And just keep in mind that average speed is total distance over total time. So hopefully that clears some things up.